Hello everyone, welcome back to Joy's Creative Finger, and we are back with Lendi Empire episode 7. I've been completely consumed with The Sims Mobile, and now I've settled into the game. Everything is at a much slower pace, and so I thought I better get back to the series with Lendi Empire. And we are taking off from exactly where we left off, where Gunther had lured Lana-Rose Chavez to this haunted house, and his brother Nabel had her for dinner. He's a vampire. If you've not seen that episode, then go back to episode 6 and see what happened. And I basically am so glad that death is still in the household. So I want to have Lana-Rose added to this household and probably get her to have a quick chat with Death and express how disappointed she is that he took her at such a young age. Now, it's interesting because Nabel is having a conversation with Death here, and Death just happened to be in the basement where Nabel's coffin is, so that's great. Let's add Ghost to household. So there she is, Lana-Rose Fangs. I changed her name to Fangs because Fangs was sunken deep into the side of her juicy neck. Okay, now I need them to have this interaction down here. Oh, Nabel threw up. Well, I suppose just because he's a vampire doesn't necessarily mean that flesh tastes good. So he's, had a really bad stomach upset. Now, come here, my love. You need to have a quick chat with Death, and he'll explain to you what's just happened. You are dead, my love. I suppose he's going to disappear anytime soon. Anytime a sim has ever died in my playtime in this game, I have never had him hang around, so I was really pleased that he was in the house here, and I thought it would be a great way to carry on where we left off from where she had died. Ooh, kleptomaniac, that's what she's learned about him. Friendly introduction. She's very uncomfortable. She's dead, so why should she have any feelings whatsoever? I don't know why Nabel is crying. It's so fake. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. Dag. Okay. Now, my goal here is to... Oh gosh, what do I get these ones to do now? Well, in all honesty, I want her to now fall in love with Nabel. So he's one of Dracula's brides, because there's already another ghost in this house who is another lady who came here under the same circumstances as Lana-Rose Chavez. All these young, pretty girls who think that they can go out with the rich and the wealthy, and they don't realize that they get into danger. So now she's eternally damned to the vampire basement here, and she has to start off a relationship with Nabel the vampire. So let's get him to ask if she's single. I should hope she is. She's dead. She shouldn't really have any love interests at all. Yes, she is. Bingo! So we're on track. I need her to get to know him, and then we're going to start off with the flirty actions. Flirt. Where is she going? Perhaps she doesn't even realize that she's dead, so maybe she's on her way up to get out the front door and go and take care of her little brother, because he's alone in the world now, isn't he? Come and ghost scare Nabel. Just for fun. I don't think you can scare a vampire. Why is he crying? Oh, look. Death is on his way up to bring her back to order. I'm not sure why Nabel is crying, because he has an evil trait. So when people die, he's supposed to be excited. I don't get it at all. Okay, scare him. Boo! I think I'm beginning to sound really sinister. Okay, on a more serious note, I basically just want them to start off a relationship before we leave the scene. So we need them to engage in romantic actions. And hopefully we should get a second bar below the very uncomfortable tab casual discussion that we see up top that turns pink. So if we keep flirting, that should happen. This is disgusting. I'm going to get the other wife to come and clean up after her husband. There. So that's a job for her and a job for Lana-Rose Chavez. She has no idea what's going to happen to her in this house. That's what you get for hanging out with another lady's man. Okay. Once again, she has taken off. Let me fix her need with a cheat, make her happy. Maybe she keeps going up to get some rest or use a bathroom and so on. So, well, now she's just uncomfortable from being bitten by fangs. It's only the beginning, my love. It's only the beginning. Oh, she was going to engage the other wife. But, oh, well, you know what? We've got the flirt bar going. And she's green, so the cheat has worked. Let's just do one more action. Compliment appearance. So now she's feeling much better. Maybe gossip. Embrace. Flirt. No? Go on. The actions keep bouncing off. Flirt. It just bounces off. Well, you know what? We're done with this. She's going upstairs. Let's follow her and see exactly what it is she wants to do. The last time I looked, she wanted to go see the other lady. Well, the other ghost lady. And now she's off to goodness knows where. Okay. Trying to investigate her new powers. Good for you, Lana. Good for you. I need to get her and the other lady to rival and start fighting because they share a husband. And look at Death over here. He's still in the house. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. Well, it was nice having you over. That was beautiful. Well, not really. That was horrible. So here's the other wife. Now I need to get Lana-Rose Chavez to come and start picking an argument with her. They begin to argue. They are both brides of Dracula. And I think that's something that she will continue to engage in this house, being completely miserable and having to share the vampire with another woman. So let's start with a rude introduction, and then I think from there, with a few more rude actions, we should get the fight option up, and then we'll leave them to it. I do wonder about her little brother. I think I'm going to figure out something for him. It's just really sad, because basically that means he's an orphan. It's mock outfit. Let's see. Insult. Insult. Let me try the other lady. Oh good, she's ready to go with the fight, so I wasted my time here. Lovely, very lovely. And go. Dun 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 dun. Nice. This is what it's all about. Her life has just begun to get even more miserable. Lana-Rose Chavez, this is what you get for living the dangerous life that you had chosen. Agnes Lendi's police officer son is due to go into work any second now, so let's just get him to go to work because he's already overdue. And we don't want him getting fired or anything because he has a very important case to deal with today. And we're going to follow him into work and see what that case is all about. Ike is finally at the police station and he's ready and raring to go to protect and serve his community. Now, as you know, he needs to get a case assignment and he has no idea what his case file will contain. So he's just going to go in, as he would do on any regular day, and open up a case file after he has had a sit down and chat with his superior. That being said, he has no idea what case he's about to walk in on and have to deal with. As soon as Ike takes a seat, his superior begins to load him in with the information that a young boy aged 12 had walked into the precinct reporting that his sister never came home after going off to work. His sister's name is Lana-Rose Chavez. That name rings a bell with Ike because he remembers his mother going on and on about the encounter that she had at Nuba's yacht. Could there have been foul play? Has Nuba done something to Lana-Rose Chavez? I'd say that Ike has a very busy day ahead of him.
40 for Toza Bab. In Narva. In the Ops. Sanoosh. Yibs.
Now that Agnes has tucked herself into a beautiful bath, I'm going to pop into her closet and try and give her an updated look. She's going to be going out with her BFF Nancy Landgrab, so before then we want to make sure that we spruce up her look and make sure she's good and ready to go. I am just fiddling around with different tops and different bottoms, and I think to myself, why can't she look super young? I know she's a grandmother, but that's the reason why I try to make her look so good looking, so that it's not atypical of a grandma. That's why I'm going the opposite way. And so the thing is, I find myself steering away from showing her belly, but I don't really think that's a problem, showing her belly. And after I convince myself, I still end up covering her up. So I get rebellious in the closet, but when we come out, everything is back to the way it should look for a woman who is mature. And in all honesty, I think she needs to be classy. Classy is the way to go. She's a classy woman, and I think this is a beautiful combination for her. She looks absolutely beautiful in that. I will probably change her shoes, but that's good. I've never used it before. I usually go right past it. It's usually in yellow. But let's just change these shoes because she's had them on for a while. That's why I said I need to update her look for a minute. Let's see, nude. Oh, that just takes away everything. So we'll try this lovely color here. I think that's lovely, absolutely lovely. I don't need to do anything to her jewelry. It's beautiful, and I love the hairdo. It's an updo. I think we found the look. In reality, she should come out of the bath with a towel around her, but you know, it's what it is. She comes out and she's fully clothed. If only that was the case in real life. No, I would love to be able to come out and actually get dressed. I don't think it's a nice thing to pop out already dressed. But this is a gorgeous look for her. I think the skirt, the way it glimmers in the light is just fantastic. And then she's got the walk for it. So beautiful, beautiful legs as well. I see that she has a communication already going with her assistant, so that's beautiful. That's the first person she comes in contact with when she gets out of bed in the morning, because she wants to offload her itinerary for the day with her assistant. So that's brilliant that they've come to this point to meet up and connect. I'm not sure what she wants to do. Maybe she's just going to get her breakfast herself, and that's good. She has. I love following them around because you never know. They do the stuff that is actually realistic. That being said, I don't think she should be eating a piece of cake for breakfast. That would just give you a sugar spike, wouldn't it? She should have had a yogurt or a fruit. Yeah, a yogurt fruit parfait. I think that's what it's called. But no. You're eating it. We need to get on with it. So eat cake, my love. And I worry that the staff keep wearing their pajamas around the house. They all have uniforms. Well, again, they only all just got out of bed. Where is she going? Well. You have never used the dining room ever since we started this series. Now you do. So this is good. This is really good. Well, that was a quick help. The maid just pops in for a few seconds and disappears. So I usually get the staff to tidy up the house instead. So there's a Lendi staff club gathering that they have. And what they do is just clean the entire house. And they just keep busy like that because, you know, that's what they're meant to do. They're not meant to hang around and watch TV and, you know, lazy about. Right, so she's done, and as usual, as humble as she is, she picks up her own plate, and then she struts her way through to the kitchen. Oh, don't tell me, she's obviously going to do the dishes in this glamorous outfit. Sometimes she does leave the plate and walk away, but not this time. Well, I need her to make a call to her BFF. Let's get the phone. Let's chat with Nancy Landgrab. And then I'm just going to have them meet up. But look at this. I'm just admiring her from head to toe. You know, when I start out getting them dressed up this way, I never know how they're going to look in the end. And so having done this and seeing how it looks on her is absolutely amazing. Well, look at that background, the flowers, the lights, so beautiful. I'm really pleased that she came back to her own house because it really has her stamp on it. She personally gets those flowers cut and brought in. It's absolutely lovely. Okay. Oh, well, all of a sudden, Miss Flirty, you have to pay your bills. We don't want to come back to a house that's got no light. So let's pay the bills. It's a hefty sum. And then we should head off. But let's make sure. Sometimes if you just take off, it's not yet done. I need her to pay those bills. There, it's done. Now we're heading off to Agnes's bridal store, where she's going to have a quick brunch with her best friend Nancy Landgrab. She's going to fill Nancy in with all the details of her recent turbulent love life. And Nancy, being a busybody about town, tends to know about almost everything that's going on. And I suspect that she would fill Agnes in with the rumor that a certain glamorous waitress, has gone missing. And so, these are sort of the conversations that they would have over brunch. Now let's flatter your friend. Actually, that's not the right thing to do. She's flirty and I've just gone ahead and selected flatter, and that's not my intention at all. Let's get a different action going before this gets out of hand. No? Joke about old times. Let's try and recover this before it gets awkward. And maybe embrace. How about that? That's much better. So yeah. Don't worry, we're not going to work a shift or anything. They're just going to give each other a beautiful hug, and they're going to walk right through and sit down and have something to eat and get gossiping. So yeah, I usually get this store to serve food to the clients who come to Agnes's boutique. So they might pop in, get a fitting done. It might take a while, and sometimes they come out here and sit down and buy some food. And this is basically where Agnes would also sit down with some clients and have a little chat over a little something to eat. But today she's sitting down with Nancy just for a quick chat and a quick catch up, a girls hangout. And of course, Nancy does go ahead to tell her about the incident about a missing waitress. And right off the back of that, you have Agnes telling her that she had a terrible encounter with another waitress who was absolutely awful and insulting at the last dinner she had in the city. So, they go back and forth with these stories, not realizing that they're talking about the exact same person. Prince Nuba has been leading a very quiet, peaceful and steady life. Absolutely not. He's an oracle, for goodness sake. He is dark, sinister, and he has evil ways all about him. And he's just basically come down to have a quick chat with his little brother Gian, who he's very protective of. I mean, it's a dangerous family, as you know. Nuba is an oracle. His brother Gunta, who's his twin, is a womanizer, just as Nuba is. And then they have Nabal the vampire, but Gian is pure and innocent, and so Nuba is very protective of him, and in return Gian takes care of his big brother Nuba's secrets and looks after him in the house. He is his own personal butler as well. Now, speaking of being a butler, I think that he should go over and make a drink for Nuba. This penthouse is so huge and there's a lot of space for, say, a nice big party. No, Gian, I don't want you watching TV. Come over here to your workstation and make a drink. Make drink for, Nuba, the one and only. Back there is Agnes's bedroom, but there is a big pause in Nuba and Agnes's relationship. Where are they? Okay. So you go on and make the drink, and, well, that's nice. So Gian had made popcorn earlier, and he had come down and gotten some for himself. So that's lovely. So he's made his brother popcorn, and he's made a drink for his brother as well. So he's doing exactly what I want him to do. Nuba always has Agnes on his mind, and I think he's confident that he will get her back because he's not responsible, per se, for the death of Lana-Rose Chavez. But here's the thing. At the moment, she's only been treated as a missing person, and he did set it up when he went to see Gunther. And, he basically said to Gunther, take care of it, because she was aggressive towards Agnes. And that basically put a spanner in his works, because, it got her all riled up again, and he definitely wants to make contact with Agnes, so he needs things to calm down. I'm not sure how possible a calm down situation is going to be, as there is a current investigation going on into the disappearance of Lana-Rose Chavez. Ike's investigation shockingly leads him to Frosty Hollow, where he is standing right in front of Nuba's splitting image, introducing himself as Gunther, a twin to Nuba. After a few exchanges, it becomes immediately obvious that Nuba was not the culprit at the yacht, and he was right to have come to Austria to explain that there had been a huge misunderstanding. This is quite disturbing for Ike, because he now knows he needs to go back to his mother and explain what's happened. Or should he? Should he just leave the mess as it is and just keep his mother out of this horrible family? But here's the thing, if he doesn't tell his mum what's happened, eventually she's going to discover that Nuba had a twin. This entire situation and the new revelation has presented a huge dilemma for Ike to deal with, and he's going to have to figure out what next to do. But with each stroke in this beautiful glass pool, Nuba is getting closer to winning Agnes back.